Finally, after lots of nagging by me, Mandy finally put together a video course detailing and explaining all the tells she uses in her videos. Personally, I really like the chapters explaining eye movements and brain accesses, but I'll put the table of contents in the description. It's now available to gold subscribers on the website, bombardsbodylanguage.com, and now I'll play a sample of Mandy explaining what Portrayal is.
Welcome to the course. The whole point of this is teaching you so that you become aware of your surroundings and people, and that you do not be blindsided by those that would do you harm. You also need just an intro into psychology, sociology. If you read a psychology and a sociology book, you've got enough. And really, it doesn't matter, but just a nice understanding will help you. Now, I hope you learned something. Donald Trump pretty much does portrayal 90% of the time. Portrayal does not mean deception. It's a manipulation tool. They're using it to convince you of their narrative/way of thinking. That's all it is. It could be used in an argument, and rather spanking versus grounding. It does not mean deception. It does not mean lies. It's used in manipulation of convincing. It can be a tell of deception with other tells of deception.
Because we are finally putting America first.
We see the head go up and down and then swing as it does it. Those exaggerated movements on emphasis. The exaggerated body movement.
It's about time.
The twist of the body, the standing up straight. This is not normal conversation body movements. And of course, as this, you will see it a lot in speeches with all kinds of people.
Our economy is booming. Jobs are pouring back into our country. We're bringing them back. Those companies that left, they want to come back. This is where the action is.
The big swings in the body, the big swing in the arm. Portrayal. James Comey. His portrayal is smaller, which is when you're watching them for a while and you see them a relaxed conversation versus this conversation. You can see the difference.
In life, that relationship is complicated. Relationships often are.
So we do this head swinging back, viewing the audience. That's portrayal. They'll call it engaging the audience, but that's portrayal. You are manipulating the audience to convince them of your point of view or your narrative.
Beautiful Healy Hall, part of and all around.
Those slight movements looking at the hall. Hand goes up, eyes look up. Healy Hall. They're much smaller, but they're there. It's portrayal. Whereas Comey's norm would have been just a slight look up of the eyeballs, and he would have never moved his head. The whole point of the portrayal is to convince. It's manipulation. People that have been doing it a while know the best portrayal mimics smallness and normal conversational behavior. And that's why you see Comey's so small, because that's the best that you can get. Theresa May is another very good portrayal subject. Her exaggerated movements in the body.
Children whose parents are on modest incomes, who do not qualify for such benefits, but who are nevertheless still only just getting by.
Emphasis on just about every word. When you're in normal conversation, you give emphasis to the important words, not every one of them. If you want someone to listen to you carefully, to be persuaded by your words, you make sure you enunciate each word and you go slowly. Whereas if I'm just talking to you in normal conversation, it's much faster. And your body movements are much faster. They're not slow, they're not methodical, and they're not exaggerated.